In this exercise, we're going to show you some of the advanced features of the StitchEra Liberty. For this exercise, we're going to use a JPEG image where we're going to convert it to a vector. I'll show you those tools in here. And we're actually going to use some fill techniques, one being the programmable stitches. Now, programmable stitches are basically a creative way of filling open areas with a different decorative pattern. Much like a fill pattern stitch will have, but a little bit more decorative technique to it. So we'll actually go ahead and grab our image. Now we're just going to do something simple. We're going to actually grab this eagle. And the first thing I want to do is set the size. So I go to layout, I type in the size that I want this image to be, and hit enter. Now what we're going to do, we're going to convert this JPEG to a vector. By simply clicking on it, you can see the tool comes up right up here. Now the 3 steps you have to maintain is the first step is actually reducing your colors. In our design, we have gray. We have 2 fades of gray here, and we have the blue and we have the red. Now that's 5 colors, okay? If we go to 16, which is the next available reduction size, we can see that our image looks exactly the way we want it, the before and after. Now, of course, reducing our numbers to a number below the available colors, you can see it when I go to filter, it's going to combine colors together so we only have 4 colors. You can see the light color of the gray wings actually turned into the primary gray of the body of the eagle, which is fine because we're just going to make this a 3-color job. The next step is actually choosing what to consider the transparent layer. Now, if you remember in our image before, we had this white background to our image here. Now, that's all JPEGs will have that white background. So we probably want to delete that white background when we vectorize. Now, the only time we do not choose white if there is white in our image, such as a flag where we have the white stars in the banner. If we choose white as our transparent, of course, that color will be omitted from our design, and we cannot convert those areas to stitches anymore. But in this design, it's just simple. It's a gray. So I'm going to click on Vectorize here. And in that quick of a time, we have a vectorized image. Click on Return, and there's our image. Now, a couple of the neat little features that we can do, we're going to get rid of this red here. And there we go. Is you can see that our eagle is actually one whole body. I want the body to be red and the wings to be white. Of course, the stars will be blue up there. Now, in order to divide the wings from the body, we use a tool called Split Vector. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the corner where the wings start right here, and I'm just going to just digitize a little line right through here. I'm going to follow the track of the head and then come up to the other side. From open area to open area, now we have 2 parts of this design. We have this part, and now we have this. So now I'm going to do it again on the right-hand side. Just go right from here, right where the wings kind of taper off, track around the head here, and then come up to the open area. And now I just divided the body from the wings. Now the body I can choose to be red, and now the wings are by themselves. Now we're actually going to convert to some stitches. Simply just choose a color object and then choose your convert to embroidery and choose the type of stitch you want to use. Since this is a wider open area, I want to use a pattern stitch in this. And there it is. So there's my stitches, okay? So when I turn off the vector object, you can see we have nothing but stitches here. I'm going to actually change the direction that the stitches are taken. I want to go a little bit further, a little bit down in angle, and you'll see that takes place just like that. Turn back on my vector, and now we're actually going to do the stars. I'm just going to hold my control button and click on all 4 stars. And now I'm going to convert those to embroidery, and we'll choose the uniform area again. There they are. Now they came in as red. I'm going to make them blue by simply clicking on there. And now we have stars. And again, in the tools you have available, you can actually add a border to the stars if you want to, or any part of this design. There's a border. Just again, choose the color. Maybe choose white. Maybe decrease the width of this. Maybe go down to 10 on this, and it'll control that a little bit better. So you could do that to all 4 of them or whatever. We'll just keep the one going. Now we're going to show you what the programmable stitches do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 middle wings and I'm going to convert those to basic fill pattern here. And there they are. And I'm going to choose that the color stitches to be is white here. So I'm going to choose white for my color. Do this one as well. All right. And now what we're going to do is this one here and this one here, we are going to convert those to what we call a programmable stitch. And the programmable stitches here. Now, the programmable stitch library actually gives you quite a lot of available types of fills We'll show you what comes with it right here. I'm going to use a tight weave structure here, like something like this PS10015. Now click on it. What you have now is that we just filled that vector object with this stitch pattern here. There we go. Now we have it white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the size of it, get a little bit more fill there for me. So I'm going to go to 55, and we'll go to 55 here. Okay, and there, now you see what we're doing. We're actually adding texture to our object there. I'll click on this side. We'll do the same thing. And we'll go up here, and we'll choose this one here. Hit OK. Change the color to white. And then we'll set our size of this graphic to 65. And 65 just like the other side. And again, you still have the ability to add a border to this. So if I want to add a white border to actually give it a little bit more contour, there we go. And then we'll decrease the width of that satin stitch to 12. We'll do the same thing for over here. We'll add the border to it. And we'll decrease it to 12 and then change the color to white. And there we go. So now this one here, we'll actually add a border of this too, just to clean it up. If we have a border around the outside wing, we must have it on the inside as well. And we'll do 12 on there. That'll just clean it up for us, make it a little bit more noticeable. There we go. And we'll do this one as well. Yep, go white, and then we'll go to 12 on this. And there we go. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn on my view, go to simulation. You can see what we did. We actually added a little bit more texture to our artwork, adding a little bit more dynamic to it, and showed you off a little bit of the tools that you have at your disposal using the StitchEra Liberty program.